Come on, come on. Come on,
Deep down in a man's heart, he feels he loves it. He loves the earth. Everything that you use in this world comes from the earth. Your own self comes from the earth. The water you drink comes from the earth. The food you eat, in some shape or form. The tools you use, the wood you use, the mats you use, the chairs you sit on. They all come from the earth. When you die, you go back there.
I've traveled east and I've traveled west, from the Rhondda to Kirkcaldy, winning my bread in the dark of the mines, working as a collier laddie.
I think a good pet is like a good woman. You feel that you owe an obligation to both. It's been my life, love, to serve the men that work in the pit and to mix with them, because I find that they are real men.
I've worked me shifts, deep mines and drifts, and I've starved in tawny pandy. I've seen men die in the darkened by, working as a collier laddie.
As a boy, 4, 5, 6-year-old, I remember my father talking about this legendary figure, Temple, the Big Hewer. Whether he was real or purely legendary, I never knew, even to this day.
The dirt and darkness I was born, go down. Out of the hard black coal face I was torn, go down. Kicked on the world and the earth split open, crawled through a crack where the rock was broken, burrowed a hole away in the coal, go down.
Oh, that was Jackie Torr from Derbyshire.
In a cradle of coal in the darkness I was laid, go down. Down in the dirt and darkness I was raised, go down. Cut me teeth on a 5-foot timber, held up the roof with me little finger, started me time away in the mine, go down.
Oh, yes, we can find umpteen stories about Isaac Lewis in the anthracite.
On the day that I was born, I was 6 foot tall, go down. And the very next day I learned the way to Hull, go down. On the 3rd day worked at board and pillar, worked on the 4th as a long wall filler, getting me steam up hewing the seam, go down.
Yes, oh yes, this Towers, well, you couldn't be beat, this George Towers is
Robert
big.
Towers.
Bob Towers.
Bah, he's a big man.
It was an art with that man. He used to keep himself for the job. Everybody in that house had to be in bed at 9 o'clock at night. He was the Big Hewer.
It was like a machine when he was hewing. You could hear the pick, 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 pick. As regular as the clock. Never used to see him retire.
I'm the son of the son of the son of a collier's son.
My grandfather used to work in the pit.
Coal dust flows in the veins where the blood should run.
My daddy's a miner.
5 steel ribs and an iron backbone, teeth that can bite through rock and black stone. Working me time away in the mine goes
That's how you get your job at the pit if you go in for a trade.
When I say a miner, I mean a chap whose roots are right down through the earth.
My dad was a miner, been a miner for about over 40 years. My Uncle Derek is an electrician. My brother-in-law's a fitter. My Uncle Tony's a miner. My Uncle Frank's a belt attendant, repairing belts, looking after them. My granddad was a miner. All families practically miners, something to do with mine.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to be a miner and work my way up if possible.
I felt it was a great thing to be a miner as a boy, to go down the pit and come up, and I felt that I was a brave man and all the rest of it.
My father took me along the first day to the premise of the colliery. Now look here now, my boy, he said to me, when the manager will approach you, stand on your toes and show that you are willing and ready for work. And if he asks you your name, reply sharply and show him that you are an active boy. And those were the words that my father uttered to me the first day I intended to start in the mines. School days over, come on then, John. Time to be getting your pit boots on. On with your short and moleskin trousers, time you was on your way. Time you was learning the pitman's job and earning the pitman's pay.
I was 14 when I first went down the mine. November the 5th, Guy Fawkes Day, on a Monday.
Come on then, Jim, it's time to go. Time you was working down below. Time to be handling a pick and shovel, your start at the pit today. Time you was learning the collier's job and earning a collier's pay.
I was 12 when I left school, and as soon as I reached the age of 14, I went to the pit. The pit was the place.
Come on then, die, it's almost light. Time you was off to the anthracite. The morning mist is in the valley, it's time you was on your way. Time you was learning the miner's job and earning a miner's pay.
When I was a boy, we all thought of the mines. When I was in school, I used to parade wearing my long trousers and parading with my naked lamp on the road in the night as colliers. Months before I had a job, you see. Oh, yes.
I was interested in being an electrician. It was the only place I could get a job as an electrician. So I left school when I was 15, you know. I'm nearly out of my time now as an electrician.
There's the signal bell, now the cage is coming to take you down with the man of the morning shift, all the different kinds of miners.
There are hewers.
And there are putters.
And there are brushers, there are practice men and cutters. There are hauliers and creeper lads and rappers.
There are drawers, there are benchmen, there are strappers.
There are pillar men and clippers, there are trammers, wagon tippers, there are pulley men going down the hole. There are timbermen and strippers, fitters, shacklers and rippers, all are miners and they help to get the coal.
Now it's into the cage and wait for the onset, the swingman.
The onset, of course, is generally a sour-faced bloke. He's got to be to control them all.
There are brakemen, there are swagmen, there's back-end and wagon waymen, there are firemen and stonemen, there are heading men and roadmen, there's a bellman and an overman, a cogman and a waterman, all miners and the help to get the coal. And the signal is wrong. the cages away, lads.
There are lashers on and fillers. There are packers, there are drillers, there are deputies and hitchers and the dilly bottom lads.
Hookers on and tally drivers, haulage lads and bogey riders, and the others.
From this day on, these men will be your brothers. When away go down.
It's a different life altogether than, you know, on CX line. You know, everybody's your friend, you know. You haven't got authority, you know, pushing you all the time. You know.
Oh, dear, the experience to go down the pit in the first instance. It was a terrific experience to me. I wasn't shaken or nervous at all, but the excitement of it all. And my little oil lamp, you know, put on the belt, and we were hoarded in this a square cage, and I think it contained about 10 people or 12. Down we'd go, the banksman would pull a lever, and down the cage would drop.
Down in the dark, through the pinching seam, through the red vein, through the black band seam.
And everything seemed to close in on me. I could feel the drums in my ears were just ringing, as though they were going to burst.
Down through the 5/4 shield, drawing brass thill, maudlin and low mainsail.
But after you descend halfway down the pit, the most peculiar feeling, you seem to be coming back up again. And I said, there's a feeling to go down. I realized what was happening now. The cage was slowing, and the pressure was coming against you.
Down through the soap, the white, the peacock, trig loin and lower vein, to the deep pit bottom.